organization is bringing writers together. Meet Julia with Balm Arkansas.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fill us in. What is Balm Arkansas?
Yeah, so Balm Arkansas is a community-driven creative writing program. We're mostly centered in Fayetteville, but we've done some events in Rogers and Springdale and Bentonville as well.
Yeah, that's great. And you also host a podcast, is that right? Can you give us a little detail on that?
Yeah, so I host a podcast with KUAF called Balm Presents, and I invite members of our community to share a poem that makes them wise. It's been such a pleasure to hear those stories.
Makes the writer wise or makes the audience wise?
Yeah, so they often guest share two poems. They share one poem that's their poem and one poem that's a poem from a small press that they've loved reading.
Okay,
Wow.
interesting.
I like that.
Yeah.
Why did you want to start Balm Arkansas?
I do writing community because I need writing community. It brings me a lot of hope and pleasure to be around other writers. And also I love teaching writing. I've been teaching writing for about 10 years now.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jason and I have these notepads, Julia, because you do have some workshops coming up, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. But we were hoping maybe you will walk us through maybe like a prompt to maybe get us kind of our creative juices going.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So I'd like you to think of, we're in the studio right now, but I'd like you to think of a natural space. A lot of poems begin with flowers or trees. So think of a favorite natural space that you have, and I want you to start writing about the specific details of that space, kind of ground yourself there. What do the flowers smell like? What do they look like? What are the trees like? Yeah, what else do you see in that natural space?
Okay.
Would you start with can I start with just writing some keywords?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's a great way. Okay, so you say natural space. Can that mean outdoors?
Yes,
Look
definitely.
at us making it complicated.
Gotta ask a million questions just to get to the point of it.
That's great.
Okay. Is there a right or wrong way to do this as you're guiding people through kind of what they're writing about, Julia?
No, often I'll give a prompt, but then I'll always say, if you want to deviate from the prompt, if something else speaks to you, go that direction.
Okay, yes.
I'm feeling so inspired. Hot. Okay, I'm ready to share.
Okay.
Okay, so
You have this
you're
all
talking
planned.
about.
You have a whole poem, don't you?
I knew it. It's up here. I'm thinking about a memory from childhood, but it does involve a natural space, and it's going to camp, and it was being at the lake. So I'm thinking about the dock that we used to kind of walk out to the lake before we went swimming. The lake was always like beautiful and sparkly. It was, of course, was summer, so it was hot. And also we used to walk along. It was a lake, but there was like beautiful homes that were kind of on the edge of it as well. So we would walk from town to town. So that's kind of what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my yard right now because I'm getting prepped for
yes.
spring.
Yeah.
So I wrote buds, flowers, fragrant. I wrote the word broken because I have a lot of, branches that are hanging down and kind of leaves that are just kind of scattered around. And then cold soil. I feel like my soil right now has yet to warm up.
That's such a good detail.
Yeah.
Nice. Look at you.
Thank you. I'm full of
the
cold
dome.
soil. I got a cold soul. I don't know.
There are some workshops coming up that you can participate in. They are right there on your screen. If you want to participate, Julia, what's the best way that people can connect with you?
Yeah, so people can visit my website, bbalmarkansas.com, or on Instagram at bbalmarkansas.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.